Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So, in this episode, we'll be looking at the film called Demolition Man, as well as the pinball machine from Williams that was inspired from the movie. So, this has been a long time coming. I have been meaning to watch this film and make a pinball in a movie feature for it for a while now. I've done, I think, a video on the VPX table, but I don't believe I made commentary because I had never seen the film, so I really couldn't say a lot about it. But now, having watched the film, I can talk a little bit about the movie itself and the table. So let's start with some basic facts about the movie. It was considered a science action film, released in 1993, and it was directed by a man named Marco Brambilla. And it was also his debut film. It had a pretty interesting cast of characters as well. You had Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock, Dennis Leary, even Jesse Ventura, and Rob Schneider, which I found pretty funny as you watch. You're like, what? So a lot of cast for this movie. And the themes behind the movie made a lot of allusions to Aldous Huxley's 1932 dystopian novel Brave New World, as well as H.G. Wells' The Sleeper Awakes. So I have never read either of those books myself. I've heard about them, but as you watch this film, you definitely see where the themes arise from. So the premise of this film is basically about a cop played by Sylvester Stallone, John Spartan, and he starts off in the film trying to rescue some hostages, and these hostages are being held by Wesley Snipes' character, Simon Phoenix, and Simon Phoenix is kind of like a crazed madman. And so the movie Demolition Man gets that name from is because John Spartan's character, played by Sylvester Stallone, that's his kind of way of saving hostages. He goes into buildings and he tries to save hostages, and what happens is, for whatever reason, the buildings get demolished because that's just his style. And he doesn't care that the buildings get demolished as long as he can save the lives of the hostages. So that's where the movie begins, and that's where his story starts, is that he tries to save these hostages from Simon Phoenix, Wesley Snipes' character. And as he's trying to do that, Wesley Snipes has set up the building with explosives, C4. And so the movie begins. The building he gets in a fight, and the building explodes, and Wesley Snipes' character still survives, and John Spartan didn't get to save any hostage, and so the police believe that John Spartan killed those hostages because when the building exploded. So that's where it takes place. That's why he's then put into a cryogenic jail where he's frozen for like 70 years. Because the police, at the time, the LAPD believed that John Spartan caused innocent lives by doing that, trying to get Simon Phoenix. So that's where it takes place. I don't want to give away any endings or anything like that, but that's just the start to set you up for the movie. And so he wakes up in this new society in, I think, was it 2032? And in this new society, there is no violence. There is no perceived violence. Everyone, there's no guns. Everyone is calm. Everyone is, obeys this sort of new dystopian society where there's a lot of rules in place, and these rules are kind of oppressive, and you see that as you watch the movie. Anytime anyone curses, they get ticketed. There's no touching allowed. There's no physical touch. So there's all these rules that are meant to keep the society in order. But they're done in a way that's actually is kind of oppressive to the society itself. And it's not done for the society. Rather, it's actually being done for this one person that you find in the movie who's in control, who wants all the control. So it's not really for the benefits of society. It's more for the benefit of one person in control. And so I think about that, and it's an interesting kind of theme to discuss, because you wonder if that's what our society has become like now. A lot of critics saw this film as kind of a way ahead of its time. Because you think about it now, all the things, we have a society where we don't even have to leave our homes. We can, we can get DoorDash food to us. We can, we can do Zoom video calls. We can do conference calls from the comfort of our room. And so you have this, you kind of question yourself, and you wonder, with all this technology that we have, it's kind of reducing that human contact. So we're sort of in a way losing humanity. And so I think that's a great way to kind of think about it as you watch this movie. The idea of where we are now in society, with technology, and whether it's oppressive. I mean, we have so much like social media now, where we're bombarded with more information than we've ever, been able to, to like basically comprehend. And it's information overload, and then you have on top of that, AI. So it's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, that's basically the the premise of the film. And so Stallone's character, wakes up to this new world, and he's just trying to get used to it. And Wesley Snipes' character escapes, and so that's where John Spartan comes in again. They want to use John Spartan to catch this bad guy, because the police today are not, police in this movie at the time aren't trained to catch bad guys like that, because they've been so they've been programmed basically for nonviolence, right? So the film itself receives a lot of mixed reception, but it was generally considered a success for Stallone. It was, critics viewed it as one of his comeback films. At the time when he released this film, people said that his career was staggering, so they viewed it as a major success for him. At the time, the budget for this film was between $45 million and $77 million in 1993. But in the box office, it made about $160 million. So it was, it did make up for its cost. And it's been inspired. I mean, the film itself, as you can see, has been inspired by a pinball machine, and there's been novels. There's even been a video game that was released called Demolition Man for some various systems, Super Nintendo, Sega, I believe. Never played it. And so yeah, there's also Stallone was interviewed in 2020 and said that there was a sequel in development. So those are some of the facts about the movie, and now I'll go into my reaction. Personally, I was not a fan of this movie. I thought some of the scenes were great. I think the idea, the concept was really interesting. The fact about these cryogenic criminals, and then being thawed out basically years later, and the themes that they covered were interesting, but I just think the direction was not that great. I couldn't tell whether it was taken, I couldn't tell whether it was supposed to be taken seriously or was it supposed to be a joke? And there was a lot of that. There was a lot of confusion for me. Like, I was like, is this an action movie? Is this supposed to be poking fun? And I think it was, it's supposed to be poking fun at, futuristic societies. But I just thought it could have been done better. And I think that they had a great cast, but just could have been done better. I liked the action scenes were pretty cool. The fight scenes in the museum, that kind of stuff. But I don't think it, for me personally, held up well today. But I'm thinking that if they did a remake, I think it could be done better, maybe. So that's just my opinion. And now let's talk about the pinball table. So the pinball table was released in 1994. It was a Williams Super Pin, so it was a wide body. It weighed about 283 pounds. One of the coolest things about this table is the cryo-claw that players can actually move with these triggers on the machine. Because in the movie, there's a scene that has a claw in it during that fight scene. It uses sound bites from the movie and speech from both Stallone and Snipes. It was designed by Dennis Nordman, and about 7,000 units were produced. And an interesting thing about the back glass is that artist Wesley Snipes rejected a lot of the first renditions of the back glass because he didn't want artists to make him look crazy. He wanted to make him look like reasonable, because Wesley Snipes was kind of concerned about his reputation in Hollywood. He didn't want to be seen as this one-dimensional actor. So yeah, he's supposed to look reasonably, quote, handsome. Also, Dennis Rodman was inspired by Wesley Snipes' character and emulated his hairstyle after the character Simon Phoenix in the film. So if you know Dennis Rodman, was a basketball player in the 90s, and he was very fashionable. He dyed his hair crazy colors because of this character, Simon Phoenix. So yeah, let's go into the pinball table now. This is from Biggest. This is a most recent version. I'm the Demolition Man. See if we can go up that ramp. There we go. Did we lock a ball? Okay, now we're moving the cryo-claw. Oh, nice. Let's go. Is it cold in here, or is it just me? Shoot left loop to start multi-ball. Okay, left loop. So left loop. Explode, hurry up. Let's go.
Send the maniac to catch maniac.
Fortress multi-ball. Okay, so lit red shots are jackpots, I think. Using the post. 22 million jackpot. And so you're hearing actual custom speech from Stallone right now, which is awesome. Cryo-claw activated. Oh, not enough power. Retina scan. Lane change on the right. No. Light computer at 10. Okay. I like that captive ball there. Three more to light the computer. Two more. Should be right. Stallone ball 1. Okay, bonus 4 times. Extra ball at 5 times. Extra ball lit. Where is it? Where's the extra ball? Is it in the center? Okay, let me look here. Extra ball. Oh, it's the left loop. I see it. Okay, I see it. Close. It's the left loop near the... right here. Kind of a hard shot. There we go. That's it. Let's go. I love those flashers there. So we got the extra ball. We're still on ball 1. Oh, there goes our extra ball. The curse of the EB. Don't know the skill shot, but I bet you there is one on this table. Oh! Oh, come on! But yeah, I definitely get a lot of Johnny Mnemonic vibes from this table, because the claw and also even the movie itself. Jeez, that captive ball shot is very dangerous. Oh no, I don't think there's a kickback on this table. Quick freeze. Extra ball lit again. Wow, okay. Move claw with triggers. Okay, so we gotta move the claw. Where are we going here? Can we go here? I want to get the extra ball again. No. The extra ball was lit. Well guys, thank you for watching me play Demolition Man from Williams. This is the biggest version 2.0. Hope you enjoyed Pinball Movie. Till next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.